Hi everybody, I took Alice today to a floating tank, and that was my Valentine's Day gift to her. And I have to say that I only heard about these a couple weeks ago through Tiffany. I think I saw something on YouTube about it, and I was like, Tiffany, what is that? And she told me all about it. Being from LA, of course, she knew, and maybe because of other YouTubers. And I didn't know anything about them. And then lo and behold, here in the Lansing, East Lansing area, one comes up on Groupon. And I said, I have to try this. So I waited and decided I was going to take Alice for Valentine's Day. And we were both going to do a flotation experience. And why I really wanted to do this is because both of us experience pain in our bodies in different ways. And I thought it would be maybe really nice to see if this does have the reputation to, it has the reputation to help with pain. And I thought, let's see if it does what it says it's going to do. There are some places that have multiple pods, and so they're kind of like flotation tank places. This one has only one tank because they're a whole spa and they have other services, and so we were going to go in one after another. So because we were going to have to wait, they said, do you want to wait in our lounge? And we're like, sure. And so their lounge is like this Tranquility lounge. So we get into these robes and they give us some tea, and we're in this like space where there's like 3 like lounge beds and 2 chairs, and there's like a heating fireplace and some sandstone foot warmers. And myself and Alice, we both laid down into the lounge chairs, and I almost fell asleep like right away. It was like they had this soothing music going, and we were drinking our tea or water, and we were just relaxing. And I was like, this is in East Lansing? So anyway, they come in and they're like, well, we're sorry we're running a little late. Do you want to use our Aqua massage bed, just to try it out? It's really nice to do that before you get into the flotation device, the flotation bed. And so I said, this is Valentine's Day. If one of us is going to do it, please make Alice happy. Take her into the, Aqua massage bed. So she went for like 30 minutes onto this Aqua therapy massage table where she was laying and I was just staying. I then got onto one of the chairs and put my feet onto a salt stone that was heated. And I was like, this is so cool. Like, I didn't have my phone with me. I had no technology whatsoever. And I just was like relaxing. And like some woman came out from one of her services and she was sitting there and she had her tea. And we were both in our robes and we were just chatting a little bit. She was from the UP. Which is the Upper Peninsula, and she came down just to spend some time down here, and she was spending most of her time doing spa services for the week because she said she doesn't get a lot of these kinds of things up where she lives, and she found this spa and wanted to do some stuff for herself during this week that she happens to be in this area. I was like, wow, okay. So we were chatting a little bit, and then we were quiet and we were just relaxing. And then Alice came back and it was time for her to go into her pod. So she went to the pod, and then for about 25 minutes later, they came and got me and said, do you want to do the aqua therapy? And so I went into the aqua therapy bed. And so I struggle with some chronic pain. And one of the things that makes it hard is that I cannot go through a massage. It actually hurts. So you know how everybody loves massage? Because of my pain and the places, most pressure points, like where people would like massages, people are like, yes, get that spot harder, harder. I'm like, no, softer, softer. It hurts me. A massage hurts me. And I wish I could say that like a great massage would be great to get, but I just can't handle them. And I've tried so many times. It's been a long time since I could really enjoy a massage, just because of how much pain my body is in lots of different places, but all over my back, my neck, my shoulders. You know, I see doctors for this stuff. Anyway, I went on to this Aqua therapy bed, and you could adjust like where on your body it was going. I started with kind of the full body, and I was in my robe, kept my robe on, and you could adjust the pressure. So I started it with it light. And then I actually increased the pressure. And it's like a warm water, but it's in the table. And I increased it, and I increased the pressure, and I kept increasing it. And I could handle quite a bit of pressure going throughout my body amazingly. But it wasn't like hitting it in a way that a massage with the fingers and everything. It was just going along my body, and you could adjust the speed. So I probably had like a medium speed with a decent amount of water pressure. So it was wonderful. So for 30 minutes, I had this aqua massage on this table. It was the first time in a decade or longer I've enjoyed a massage. It's not the same thing as going for like what most of you would enjoy is a Swedish massage or a regular massage, or even like your spouse or your partner giving you a massage. But for me, it was a massage. And I mean, it doesn't have the intimacy of like a couple or somebody who might give you a massage, but it hit me in places in my body to relax me. And so I just want to say that an aqua massage was a really good thing for those of you who might struggle with some pain, just to relax me and help me. Hi, Mary. Okay, so then it was my turn for the pod. And I've been looking forward to this, but I've been a little skeptical and kind of scared, and I've heard lots of stories, and I've watched videos on YouTube. So I finally go into the Tranquility pod or floating pod or whatever you want to call it. And it was one of those egg-shaped ones. So first I take my shower and everything, so I'm clean and everything, and I go into the pod. And, you know, I had they gave me earplugs, and I was just kind of ready mentally for it. So I closed my eyes from the beginning. So I kind of looked at it. You know, I did look at it and everything. But I closed my eyes so I didn't have the feeling of thinking I'm in a small space or anything like that. So I just allowed myself to close my eyes. And then I just let myself feel the warmth of being in a water that was like it felt warm and felt easy. And I didn't feel uncomfortable at all. And I just enjoyed the float. At some point, I felt like I was floating, like really floating. And so what I did was I started to...
She's upset because she wanted the whole...
Okay, I'm vlogging here. Then everything was dark and everything, like I couldn't feel anything and everything. And I felt like, okay, I'm floating in space. That's where my head went. And because my eyes were closed, I could think anything. I just felt like I was just surrounded by the stars. And I always wanted to feel like I was flying. And I'm actually afraid of heights. When I go on like big roller coasters and stuff, I lose my stomach and everything. But this was like the magical feeling of flying, because you're just floating. And I just felt like this like weightless feeling, this totally weightless feeling. And so I felt really, really comfortable and at ease. And so my mind wandered quite a bit to different things going on in life and stuff. And I tried to just ease those things as much as I could, you know. And then there were, at one point in it, like I tried to like move my head, move my legs up and down and my arms up and down, and they just felt so heavy. Like as you try to like be human and like force yourself, it's really heavy. So the best thing to do is to not be heavy and just be there and not force the situation, kind of. When it was done, like the light in the machine comes on first, and that kind of like struck me. So then I kind of smiled, like, whoa, it's over. And then I sat up, and I just sat up in the machine. I didn't lift it right away. I just sat up, and I was like, okay, it's done. That was kind of cool. And then I lifted the top up, and then that flickered on the light outside in the room. And then I'm like, okay, I got to take my shower now. Like, it's kind of like back to reality. And that is kind of how my first experience in my pod went, in floating device, Tranquility pod, stuff like that. I'm glad I didn't try to force anything. They gave you like a thing to put on your neck, because some people try to force their neck up and that can cause pain. I didn't do any of that. I just let it be, because I think I just watched enough things about it to know that I was going to be okay. And I'm glad I did that. So if you go and try it, just trust that it's going to be okay. It's not the same experience for everybody. I don't think I had the same experience other people have. It wasn't life-changing or anything like that. My skin is so soft, and I have
Mary,
pretty soft skin,
where's
but
your
like
phone?
dry skin, no dry skin really.
Where's your phone?
I could see if you do this all the time, you really wouldn't have dry skin. Obviously, it's mostly the bottom side, and I really enjoyed it. So, thumbs up for that whole experience. Thumbs up for that Aqua massage thing. Really enjoyed that. I can see going back to this place. I think they took really good care of Alice and I. And glad I was able to take my wife to something special. We had a really nice day.